Hi, welcome. Simon here and hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll be doing a screen replacement on an iPad 9th generation. The model is A2602. You're not sure where to find the model? Take a look at the back of your iPad, the fine print right here. It says model A2602. Okay, this is the 9th generation and only the screen is cracked. You can see that the cracked screen starts from here. It goes across the screen. Other than that, the LCD works fine. You can see that the LCD is good. We'll be reusing the LCD as well as the home button. You can see that the home button works. I'm trying to put my finger. The touch ID says unrecognized. Please enter the passcode. So reuse the touch ID, the home button, the LCD. Be changing out the glass. All right, let's go ahead and turn off the iPad. And of course, safety first. You're dealing with the broken glass, but you know, the glass will fly into your eyes or your face. Always have a safety goggle, protect your eyes at all times. And I'll be using a heat gun right here. What I'm trying to do is to heat up the iPad. If you do not have a heat gun, what you can do is try to use a hair dryer. It just takes a longer time to heat up the adhesive tape, but you still can get the process done. You can see that I'm moving up and down. I do not stay in one position like such. I'm keep moving around the heat gun. The reason is because you do not want to overheat in one position where it might burn the LCD. So do not try to stay in one position. Keep moving it around. Your goal is to just warm up the adhesive and then try to get the metal prying tool. Get in between the glass like such. And then if it gets stuck, that means the adhesive get hardened. You want to come back and reheat again. So there's no point of reheating the whole entire iPad because by the time you work on this one corner, the rest of it get hardened again. So just work where you want it to be softer, then work your way down. That is the double-sided adhesive tape. It's very sticky. So the bottom part here is where I like to pay a lot more closer attention to. That is where the Wi-Fi antenna and the home button cable is located. Try not to cut those cables, because if you break the cable, then there'll be additional repair for you, right? So just pay a close attention to it. Try not to cut it too deep or too fast. Just make sure you are cutting the adhesive. Warm up the place, like the bottom part here, a lot better. Hopefully, be very gentle when you try to slide it through. All right, at this point here, what we like to do is transfer that home button. So kind of be very gentle by removing this, what do you call that? The home button bracket. It is attached to the flex cable, okay? So do not break it apart. So this little metal shield is connected to the flex cable, and then on the left side of the bracket there's this little golden thing. It is still connected to the bracket, so the whole thing has to come out as one piece together. I'm digging underneath the home button, removing that little ring. There's a black ring that level the button, so we're going to come out all together at the same time while the thing is still warm. And just slightly gentle, removing the entire right, so that is the whole home button with the flex cable. So just remove the whole thing. I'm going to cut this flex cable here. That is for the digitizer. We do not need that. Cut it off. And this little thing, we're going to transfer it back over to this side. All right, so pretty much this, we just removed the broken glass. Okay, I'm going to kind of peel this adhesive tape off and come back and kind of retape this metal thing here. I'm gonna come back and clean off the broken glass that is left behind. So I want to point out to you that the Wi-Fi, the two Wi-Fi cable is the bottom here, so be very careful with that. And then this one here, we are going to reposition it back on the top. That is the proximity sensor. You have two of them here, the two white ones. If it came off with the screen, you just have to take it out and then put it back together. All right, I like to always clean my table once I'm done with that, because I'm sure that all this small broken glass are still attached to the table. Just gonna clean it off for now. Trash bin here. Going to okay, the next step is to remove the LCD. And of course, the LCD is very fragile. And the two hidden screws here, you want to pay attention to that, is to make sure you peel this tape backwards. Okay, expose the button. That screw here, I'm going to cut off this little tape. We don't need the tape. The tape here is just to kind of hide that screw. Okay, once you peel the two thing off, get yourself a Phillips screwdriver. This is the 1.5 millimeter Phillips screwdriver. Remove the two screws on the top. There are two more screws at the bottom. The screws are not the same size, so make sure you do not mix match them. Okay, now the next step is, what we're trying to do is to scrape off that little glue that they tape onto the LCD. Okay, so that little glue right there, we need to scrape it off. And be careful not to power up the iPad at this point. Okay, once you free up one side, you're gonna come and do the other side here. I mean, the screw is enough to hold the LCD. For some reason, they like to make the repair difficult. They put this little like black gel or some kind of glue that hardens and holds the LCD. It's just one step more for us to do the repair, and then there's a slight chance that we might crack the LCD, which then, you know, end up spending more money for this. But it should be you should still be able to scrape it off. Okay, once you have the both sides free up, what you want to do is tilt the screen towards yourself. There are 3 more screws here. Remove the 3 screws and the bracket. And then go ahead and disconnect this LCD. So let's free up the LCD. The 2 flex cable that we cut off earlier. So let's go ahead and remove that as well, both of them. All right, so pretty much we are halfway there. It's not all done yet. Right now I'm just cleaning off that bracket. There's this adhesive tape that's still taping down to it. Just scrape it off. Okay, here's the new screen, the screen replacement. So make sure you gotta peel this the internal side, the back side of the film, because if not, then the display is very dim or fuzzy. So gotta peel that thing off. And then there's a little tape here as well, and this tape here is to kind of holding off the the button. So peel the tape and then tape the flex cable on top of it like such, and you should be good. Okay. Okay, once you're done with that process, what I like to do is transfer the home button over. So we've got to put it like so. And there is a ring. It comes with the new screen, so I need to remove this one. Show it to you in a second. This little ring here is to level up the home button, making the button level. Since I have it removed from the original, I'm just gonna remove it from the screen. Button gonna go on top of it, like so. Okay, I'm just trying to feel the clicker, making sure the clicker works and align. Once you have that position, what you want to do next is to get yourself the super glue. It's a gel, and then you're going to kind of tape that bracket. That bracket needs to be strong enough to hold the pressure when you press the button. So the bracket is making the clicker work. The clicker on the button works, so you need to have enough of, not a lot, but just enough to hold it. So you need a strong super glue. While the thing is positioned, I'm still kind of clicking it, pressing using my index on the other side, making sure I align the bracket correctly. Okay, while this thing is holding down for a few more seconds while the thing get hardened. Okay, what you can do is also have one of this while holding it down. The next step is to reconnect the flex cable for the digitizer. They're just like Lego. When you position them, make sure you have it in the right position, and then just gently push it in. You do not want to force it in. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to put it in. It just positioning that bracket correctly is the point. Okay, once you have done with that, making sure they're inserted all the way in. Let's have this LCD go back on top of it. Okay, and then have the bracket to go here, and the 3 screws. As you can see that I did not fast forward. I'm taking my time to do this repair. I want you to be able to follow along step by steps, and try not to fast forward with the repair or speed things up, because I know that it might be your first time doing it, so you might have a lot of questions and challenges. So I just wanted to be one step at a time, and you can follow along with this. Okay, I think the home button should be strong enough now. Scared me for a second. Okay, the clicker is clicking, but it seems to be a little too tight, but it's all right. Now put the screws back. Trying to okay, what I like to do at this point, before I glue that screen back together, I like to turn on the iPad, making sure that the LCD is working, as well as the touchscreen and the home button. So here is the kind of give a final test before you put everything back together. Okay, as you can see that the touch is working. Okay, and then let's do the home button test. Yep, it's working. Press it senses my finger. Turn it off. Press it. Okay, so everything works at this point. We have tested it out. So let's go ahead and kind of clean off the LCD a little bit. Okay, what I like to do is to use this third-party adhesive tape. This is the red adhesive tape. It's a double-sided tape. It's a lot stronger than the pre-install, the one that comes with the screen. So trust me, I mean, you can use that if you want, the pre-install tape, but then it wouldn't last for long. The thing is not sticky enough, in my opinion. Usually it would only maybe last you for like a month or two, and you can start seeing that the LCD screen starting to separate. So I like to use this third-party adhesive tape. Come back and clean off some of the broken glass here still. And then do not forget this little metal piece here. Okay. Tape it on the side, making sure that the tape is good. Okay, so that is the 2mm on that side here. It's just enough to stick it in like such. Okay, and I'll be using this here, which is the 3mm. Okay, we're gonna flip this on this side here. Okay, what you want to do is kind of press it down a little bit so that it has a good grab to the iPad. Now the next step is to go ahead and remove the tape, to peel the plastic off so we can tape them all back together. Same thing goes for this one. We do need to peel this thing off as well. Okay, so what I like to do is kind of align at the bottom first on one side, and then align it on the top. Okay, I'm still holding this side to be open. I'll come back here and peel this tape. Okay, that's one, and the second one is on this side. All right, so what I like to do is to use the metal prying tool to tuck that cable back in. Push it back in the button and the flex cable while I'm pressing it down to close the screen. All right, there you go. We just replaced the iPad, like about 30 minutes, and you have the iPad screen replaced. Okay, I hope this video is helpful to you, and if you do find the video is helpful, please smash the like button for me, and you haven't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. I really appreciate you for liking the video. And again, I just want to point out to you that the tools, the screen is on the down description below, where I'll direct you to Amazon or eBay for the purchase, and you can follow along the video and get this thing repaired for yourself. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye now.